Hey, Friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And with AEW Wrestledream in the books as of like a week ago, it's finally time, Larson. It's finally time because the Wrestling Observer himself, the gold standard of star ratings.
Well, hold on. For now.
Because his are hardly as hot and fresh as ours, which you could see right now. And they've been up, by the way, for like solid 5-6 days.
Yes, it's Sunday.
Yeah. But anyways, given that at this point in time, for now, everybody debates and argues over Dave Meltzer's star ratings, we're going to look at his star ratings for AEW Wrestledream, which just dropped, and we're going to give you our hot, fresh reactions. And the way we do it here at the Friendo Club is, in this case, Larson, you're on the hot seat, so you're going to be guessing what you think Dave Meltzer gave all these matches. I'm going to give you his write-up. Hopefully, he'll do you a favor and editorializing. How are you feeling this morning?
Overall, I feel fine as far as how I'm going to do with this. Not great.
Wow.
I'm going to be a quarter star off every time, but here's the thing. It's AEW. Baseline's 4 stars.
True.
So, plus or minus a star, half a star or so off the baseline, and it should be fine.
Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Now that you've already done one or two or whatever it is, I think you've done one AEW pay-per-view. It's already in the books. Didn't do great on that one.
No, I don't do great at these ever.
Do you have any thoughts in terms of what you prefer? Are you looking forward to the next switch?
No, I don't do good at WWE ones either. I'm always a quarter star off.
All right.
Well, that's the way it is.
All right. Well, you know what?
Such is my lot when it comes to trying to guess Dave Meltzer's star ratings.
I guess it is. Well, maybe your fortunes will turn around today because we're going to start off main card of AEW Wrestledream.
Sure.
Jay White versus the Hangman, Adam Paige. This match went 16 minutes and 29 seconds, according to Dave Meltzer here. This is, man, he's serving you this up on a silver platter, Larson. First line. Excellent, hard-hitting opener. Bang, right there. You got it. You got this. Fans were chanting Swerve's house at Paige. White tried a German suplex. Paige landed on his feet, but White used a downward spiral. Description. They were fighting outside the ring. Paige took off his belt, but White used a knee breaker on the side of the ramp. White used an Uranagi and choke suplex. He tried the Blade Runner, but Paige turned into the Deadeye. Paige went for the buckshot lariat, and White turned into Blade Runner for the clean pin. All right, so editorializing wise, you had that first
Can
sentence,
you repeat that first line, please?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. La, 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 la. Excellent, hard-hitting opener.
Excellent.
Should be easy.
Excellent.
Excellent.
So it's been established that excellent can be anywhere from like 3 3/4 to 4.5.
Pretty much.
You know, I said my baseline was 4 stars. I'm going to test the baseline now. I'm going to say you gave this 4 stars.
You're on the board, baby. Good job.
This
All
match
right.
is much better than a 4-star match, though.
Let's continue this momentum.
See, there wasn't the hyperbole that there usually is for matches that are way above 4 stars. So
I gave this, I think, 4 1/4.
I think we
and
both
I wish
gave
I
it
would
4
have.
1/4.
Wish I would have given it more. It's better.
It's very good.
All right. Next up, Mariah May versus Willow Nightingale for the AEW Women's title. Again, he's giving you this on a silver platter. Very good match. Nightingale hit a pounce right away. Nigel McGuinness called... Oh, I'm not going to say this. He then called... Okay. I think a lot of people... I don't know why he would put... Anyways. I think a lot of people expected Storm to return here, but that didn't happen. They blocked each other's finishers, traded German suplexes, and Nightingale used an Indian deathlock. After Nightingale missed a moonsault, May hit a missile drop kick and Mayday, but Nightingale kicked out. May reversed a powerbomb off the middle rope into a Hurricane Rana, hit a knee, and won via Storm Zero. Your confusion earlier, I'm just going to say it, we're adults here, and I'm just reading this quote. I don't know why he would include this, but he said, very good match. Nightingale hit a pounce right away. Nigel McGuinness called May, quote, the slut you can't rebut. He then called Tony Storm the runt you love to hunt. When has Meltzer ever quoted anybody saying anything?
I don't know. I don't know how that's necessarily germane to his review of the match either.
Did he just want to write the word slut? Is that what he wanted to do today? I don't know.
I don't know either.
Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off with all that. The
No,
only real editorializing
he
here,
described this one as very good. This match is very good. The
Very good
previous
match.
match is excellent.
right?
So, given that usually excellent is seen as better than very good, I'm guessing this didn't get 4 stars. Even though it was a 4-star match, that's what we both gave it, I believe.
I'm just gonna just go ahead with your logic.
But at the same time, it's like the tiers are nebulous for him. Sometimes very good match is 4 stars.
So here's the thing, and this is not a hint in any way, shape, or form. I'm
All
just
right.
trying to help inform your opinion. I really am.
Isn't that kind of the nature of a hint?
He has used a whole spectrum of adjectives
Yes, I know,
to
I know.
describe the same tier match.
Yeah, I know. All right, I'll say 4 stars again.
Your original line of logic was
So was it 3 3/4?
Yeah, it was 3 3/4.
That's what I was originally going to say.
All right. I'm sorry. I might have hurt your opinion there. I'm sorry.
You did. Your hint actually skewed my guess.
I know.
upwards.
I know. I should have shut up, dude. But I was factually speaking. He has done that before.
No,
so
I was
like,
aware of that, but I was taking very good versus excellent. Can I knock a 1/4 star off? So you messed me up there.
I'm gonna stop. I'm
Just
gonna
read what Dave says. I don't need your editorializing. I just want Dave's.
All right. Let's regain this momentum after I just completely screwed
Yeah,
you
you just
up.
tanked the whole thing. Thanks for that.
Hey, you know what? I'm merely a scapegoat for Dave Meltzer, and in fact, we've got the scapegoat Jack
try.
Perry up
Nice
next, taking on Katsuyori Shibata to retain the TNT title. All right, again, man, he's just feeding you this stuff, man. First line, very well wrestled, but short. Shibata looked great, and they tried to protect him in using Eddie Graham finish, where the heel champion was clearly beat but got lucky because the challenger was so intent on getting a submission that they left their shoulders on the mat and was to build for rematch, where the babyface challenger vowed not to make the mistake or build to a match with no pins and only submission finishes, with the idea we know he can win via submission. That was a long sentence. Yeah, Larson.
I mean, that might work for a lot of wrestlers. This is Shabata. He's the wrestler. You shouldn't fall for that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that 1,000%.
Anyway, sorry, I
And
just want to get
they're
that.
not
I would
building
interject
to-
there. Anyways, you said very
And
well
they're not
wrestled.
building
Anything
to a
else?
rematch. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Shibata did very hard chops. Shibata kicked and chopped the hell out of him and also sat down and let Perry kick the hell out of him to show toughness. Shibata suplexed Perry into the ring frame. Shibata hit his running corner drop kick, used Kawada kicks and a running kick. Perry came back with his snare trap as well as a draping DDT off the apron. Shibata used a Ushigoroshi and a choke, but while holding the choke, his shoulders were on the mat and he was pinned. People did not expect that to be the finish, to say the least, and it went quiet.
Oh, he
What
doesn't like that.
star rating did Dave Meltzer give this match?
So Dave really likes Shibata. He said very well wrestled. He tried to justify the finish, but at the same time understood the crowd wasn't into it. I don't think he went 4 stars because that'd be ridiculous in this instance. Let's say he went 3 3/4.
Is that your final?
Yes,
answer?
it is.
Are you sure you want to
Come
go
on,
with
just
that?
say yes or no.
What was it again?
3 3/4.
3 1/4.
3 1/4.
Yes,
All right.
3 1/4.
All right, that's
Yes.
about what I think. That's what we gave it.
All right. Yeah, probably. It sounds right.
Yeah.
All right. Talks about the Cole MJF stuff. That was not rated. So we're going to move on to the next bitch. Konosuke Takeshita. International title on the line.
Oh, this one's
Well,
gonna be high.
Will Osprey and Ricochet. All right. Again, silver platter. You should be 8 of 8 right now.
I should be
this
2 or
ma-
3 if not for you.
Don't listen to me. What? We've known each other 30 years, man. You got 30 years this year we've known each other. Haven't you learned not to listen to me? Don't take anything I say into account. All right. Enough of Steve editorializing our relationship. Let's move on to Dave Meltzer.
Yes.
This match was just insane. Period. Not exclamation point.
Oh. Well, he doesn't use a lot of exclamation points.
No, he never does. Ricochet and Osprey did their springboard flips and poses at the same time, like they did in their famous first Japan and their first AEW match, and Takeshita then drop kicked both of them. Maybe that's why I like Takeshita so much. Let's see here. I'm going to try to pare this down a little bit for just the editorializing, because it's a lot of, this is a huge write-up.
I would imagine.
So that, here we go. It was just a collection of amazing moves with multiple standing ovations. Takeshita did all sorts of big moves, including a power German suplex and a Dr. Bomb. Takeshita killed both with elbows. Osprey did the dropkick and enziguri combo on Takeshita. Osprey did an os cutter on Ricochet, but Ricochet hit a springboard 450. Takeshita tried a powerbomb, but Ricochet flipped over him for a pin. They continued this stuff with all kinds of big moves. Takeshita came off the apron used a crunchy pile driver on Ricochet through a table. Osprey hit hidden blades on both, but Callis pulled the referee out of the ring. Callis pulled the screwdriver out. Osprey blocked it, but Kyle Fletcher picked it up. Fletcher teased, not knowing what to do, and hit Osprey with it, and Takeshita pinned Osprey after a running knee. After the match, Fletcher gave Osprey the dreaded Tiger Driver. What score did Dave Meltzer give this match? Longest write-up thus far.
It's got Will Osprey. He loves Will. It's got Takeshita. He really likes Takeshita. It's got Ricochet. I think he likes Ricochet. What was the first line again?
First line was, this match was just insane, period.
So very good is 3 3/4. Excellent is 4 and up. Insane has got to be above 5 stars.
Brother, you know the floor for a Will Osprey match.
It's 5 stars. Ah, gosh. I'm waffling between 2 scores here. I don't know. Gosh, he said insane, though.
He said insane, multiple standing ovations, collection of amazing moves.
All right, I'll say 5 3/4. He went to 5 3/4.
Just off.
I know it's 5.5, isn't it?
5.5.
Yeah, it was either 5.5 or 5 3/4.
All right.
All right, I should be 2 for 4 now, but 1 for 4 it is.
All right. Here we go. Next, my match of the night. Hologram versus Beast Mortus.
It was a really good match.
Well, hold on a second. You're not Dave Meltzer. You hear what Dave Meltzer has to say.
I was agreeing with you. You said it was your match of the night.
It is my match of the night.
Stop editorializing. Nate, Stu editorializing.
Hologram opened with a great tope. That's Meltzer, not me. But the crowd was dead early because it's like there were no moves possible that could compare to the prior match. They had to work really hard to get the crowd, but they did. And this was a great match.
All right, great.
Here we go. The first fall saw Mortus go for a press slam while standing on the top rope, but Hologram turned it into a Hurricane Rana and did a rope walk crucifix bomb. That's what it's called. That looked great to win the first fall. Mortus did a tornado dive and a press slam on the ramp. Hologram did a moonsault onto the floor and into a reverse DDT. Here we go. In fall 3, Hologram did a poison ran on the apron and a flip dive. It looked like he hurt his right leg. They continued big moves in the third fall. Mortus did the press slam while standing on the top rope and threw Hologram into the ring. Both used the moves they had won their falls with for near falls. Hologram had Mortus on his shoulders and hit a powerbomb for the pin. That's all you get.
I like that he just kind of reduced Hologram's finisher to just a powerbomb when it's a spinning torture rack bomb.
Oh, it's absolutely nuts, yeah.
So he said they took him a while to get the crowd, but they did, and it was great.
Yes, correct.
So great, in my estimation, fits somewhere between very good and excellent. Great, better than very good.
I would agree with that.
But
I would agree with
stop. But maybe not as good as excellent. So if very good is 3 3/4, excellent is 4. Great is kind of close to excellent. But gosh darn it, I feel like he probably thought this match was better than Hangman and Jay White. I'm going to say he went 4 1/4. I gave my star rating. Respond.
Oh, okay.
4 1/4.
4 1/4. Where am I here? 4 1/4. Are you sure that's your final answer?
Yes, come on.
That's what you wanted. That's what you wanted to say.
Yes.
You got another point.
2 of 5. Should be 3 of 5. Next.
Darby Allin.
Oh, this one's
Brody King.
This one's going to be interesting.
You're going to go to Mount Everest, man. This is what Dave Meltzer has to say. Another excellent match.
Excellent. All right.
He's serving up to you on a silver platter.
All right. Excellent. Excellent's been established as 4 stars. But carry on.
Okay. I'm trying to get some editorializing here. Okay, here we go. Allin took a high bump landing with his left arm underneath him. He does so many things that look like they are hurting him badly, and have to be. But somehow he's one of the mentally toughest combined with being completely nuts and has become a real star because of it. King was choking him over the ropes. They noted that once when he was younger, Allin broke both of his legs skateboarding and then still wheeled himself on the board to the hospital. King did a German suplex.
Dave was really paying attention to commentary on this show, wasn't he?
I guess so, yeah. King did a German superplex, and Allin landed right on his shoulder. Allin knocked King off the ropes, and he landed hard on the steps. Allin did a coffin drop off the top rope onto King onto the steps. Allin followed with a coffin drop in the ring to King's back for the pin. The two shook hands when it was over. What rating did Dave Meltzer give this match, Larson?
He said excellent for the opening bout was 4 stars. He said this is excellent.
He said excellent, right?
I'm going to say 4 stars for this one, too.
You don't want to give it more thought.
For heaven's sakes. I gave my goddamn score.
You should have listened to me. 4.5 stars.
Wow, he gave this 4.5?
He did call it excellent. What was the first one he called excellent?
Excellent!
The Paige versus Hangman. That was 4.25, right?
No, it was 4.
Was it?
Yeah, it was 4 stars.
Because I think he gave the same as I did.
No, he gave it 4 stars.
Where am I here? Jay White. Oh, you're right. Okay. I'll shut up now.
So excellent has a range, 4 to 4.5.
All right.
All right, 2 of 6 should be 3 of 6. Next.
Well, it should be. Young Bucks versus the Private Party to retain their AEW tag team titles. Okay. So, interestingly enough, first sentence does not give you anything. It says, Top Flight, Leo Rush, Action, Andrade, and Layla Gray were at ringside together, and Stokely was at ringside as well, scouting Private Party. Matt said 5 years ago, you beat us, and now it's the biggest match of your career. But the last 5 years, you've done nothing. He said he sees 2 guys who will always be a mid-card act. The match started, and they brawled on the stage. Actually, the match didn't start when they brawled on the stage. Mark Quinn climbed to the top of the entrance tunnel, did a flip. They had a hard time early getting the crowd. Okay. They had a hard time early getting the crowd. They weren't buying that Private Party could win, but the match was so good they had them later. The match was so good they had them later.
All right.
It was filled with one big spot after another. He lists off some of these big spots with no editorializing. All right. We'll start here. They tried the EVP trigger, but it was turned into an inside cradle for a great near fall. The finish was the TK driver on Cassidy for the pin. Cassidy was in tears after losing, and fans were chanting for Private Party when it was over. They teased the idea Private Party was frustrated about losing and may turn heel. What rating? Well, I could see that. They're not, but I could see that.
So, the most comparable write-up to this one was the Hologram Mortus one, because, again, it's a match where he said they had a tough time getting the crowd into it, but once they did, the crowd was into it.
Right, yeah.
Said huge spots, great near falls.
Right.
I'm going to say he gave it the same score, 4.25.
All right. It is actually close to it. It's 4.5. 4.5 stars.
Man, he's going really high on these matches that aren't. Anyways, all right. Very well. Was that 3 of 7 or 2 of 7? I should be 3 of 7. That's what it is.
I think you should be. You say you should be 3 of 7.
Yeah, I should be 3 of 7. But you cost me 1, so 2 of 7 it is.
All right, next up. Mark Briscoe versus Chris Jericho. This was a hard-hitting great match. Unlike the other matches after the three-way where they had to work very hard to get the crowd, this one had the crowd right away. They just gravitate towards Brisco. Brisco did a suplex on the floor and the elbow off the apron to the floor. Brisco set up the chair for a dive, but Jericho took the chair away. Okay, here we go. Brisco did a flip dive off a chair, putting Jericho through a table on the floor. I can't believe all the punishment Jericho took here. The crowd was very into it at this point. Jericho hit the Judas effect, but did not go for the pin, instead wanting to hit the Jay Driller. He hit it and Brisco kicked out. Brisco's facial expressions were something after Jericho used his brother's move. He started doing his redneck kung fu spots, a Death Valley bomb, the Froggy Bow elbow, and pinned Jericho after the Jay Driller. The match layout and finish were awesome, and it was impressive how much heat this got when put this late, given the Ring of Honor title hasn't been pushed at this level in a long time.
Wow, he really liked this. So for a while, I'll settle on a number, but he's at least going a quarter star higher. So when you initially said the first bit, I was like, all right, maybe 4 and a quarter. And then he described it as awesome. I'm going to say he went 4.5.
Quarter off. 4 and a quarter.
Like, there's more hyperbole in that than there was in the Darby one, and that was 4.5.
This is the problem with these AEW ones, man, because they get you in the details.
I know. Because it's somewhere between, most of them are between 4 and 4.75.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just trying to nail down which quarter star you're going to land on.
I know. It's like wild. All right, next up. Again, he's serving this up to you on a silver platter. I keep saying that. I should stop saying that.
You should stop. It's incredibly rude. I'm 2-9. It should be 3-9.
Sorry. Next. The main
3
event.
of 8. Sorry, 2 of 8. Should be 3 of 8. Sorry.
Next up. John Moxley.
This is going to be interesting.
Versus Bryan Danielson to win the AEW title and end Danielson's full-time career in 26:55. Serving this up. Just a super match. What does super mean, Larson? There's excellent, great, super.
Very
Where
good.
do they all fit
awesome. Insane.
Right. Insane.
So I think super's better than excellent, right? But not as quite as high as insane.
Ooh, super and excellent might be on par. But I shouldn't be talking right now.
That's you editorializing. Don't want to hear it. Continue with Dave's.
Let's see. He describes a bunch of stuff. This is a really long write-up, by the way.
All right. So usually long write-ups lead to higher stars. Gotcha.
Here we go. Shafir kept hitting Danielson with knees. Super heat. Shafir undid the mats on the floor. Moxley tried a pile driver, but Danielson backdropped him on the floor. Moxley hit a diamond cutter. Bryce Remsburg threw out Shafir. Danielson was bleeding above the left eye. Moxley did a ton of elbows and went for the choke. Danielson broke it by falling backwards and got the label lock. Moxley did the Death Rider in the middle of the ring to a 1-count kickout, which was a huge pop. Fighting Spirit!
Fighting Spirit!
That was me saying that, not him.
No, I gathered that.
Danielson spit in his face. Moxley said, "Don't make me do it," and hit a gotch pile driver and hit the put the choke on again. Danielson passed out, which stunned the crowd. They not expecting this. And seeing it was like they didn't believe it. It sunk in. They wanted to pay tribute, but then the post-match wouldn't let them. Then he gives his star ratings. Then he continues on with the post-match stuff. Would you like me to continue with the
if he's not including
stuff?
the post-match stuff in the star ratings, then that's immaterial to what my response is going to be. Does he give a separate star rating for the post-match stuff?
So, to be completely honest, I'm gonna tell you exactly what he does here.
Okay.
He separates the post-match from the AEW TV deal stuff with approximately, hold on a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, shit, go away, with a lot of stars. Like it's a whole row of stars.
Oh, he really
uses that as he either uses that as a separator or he gave the post-match 32 stars.
All right. Okay. You really like that, then, I guess, depending on his description.
I'll be honest. There was not even if he allowed the post-match to inform the previous stuff, there's no editorializing in the post-match.
Gotcha. All right. Super heat.
Super heat. He
said the crowd did not expect it. He seemingly bought into the idea that the crowd was shocked silent as opposed to maybe indifferent silent. I don't know if he's going to go as high as 5. He said super. See, I don't know if super is quite as good as insane. Insane was 5.5. I'll say 4 3/4. It's going to be 5.
Good job. Well done.
Well
done. I'm not going to make you wait on this one. So you salvaged your score. What'd you get, 3?
3 and 9 should be 4 and 9.
Well, yeah, I mean, we don't count shoulds here. Just saying,
Well, I mean, literally, I was going to say 3 3/4, and then you led me to believe that it was very good, was the same as excellent.
I said literally, don't let this inform your opinion at all.
Then why would you even mention it? If not to inform my opinion.
Because it's part of the conversation. I don't know. I was trying to help you a little bit, but I didn't want it to inform.
You're like, I don't want to
opinion.
give you a hint, but I want you to have this in mind. I'm like, well, that's the very nature of a hint then. You knew exactly what you're doing. You were trying to mess with me.
Hey, what did I tell you? We've been together 30 years. What are you doing? Don't listen to me.
Question is, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's just star ratings. It doesn't mean anything. Why are you trying to mess with me?
Well, I can't take you. I can't beat you in basketball today, so I figured I'd fuck with you here.
Can't just let me have one good day, huh? Just one good day.
Listen, man, you work with me. Every day is good.
No, kind of the opposite.
Listen, we'll continue this conversation off camera, but we want you guys to react to Dave Meltzer star ratings in the comments below. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe. You got a moral 4. Maybe not a literal 4. You got a moral 4. I think that's pretty good.
Should have had a legitimate 4 if not for you. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Goodbye.